Damn, my PC is loud as hell. Hey, what's up, whoever popped in here? We're going to look at some cards. I haven't made any card content in a while, and I got these mystery boxes. So, we're going to look at one and see what's in it. Or at least that's the idea, anyway. Looks like 84. So we have Lonnie Smith and John Stuper. Don't know who either of those guys are. See, I wonder if I got the black... Oh, I don't have the black box. Let me adjust this here. Move this keyboard. Dane Eorg, no clue who he is either. Jim Slayton, don't know him. I'm guessing that's Robin Yount. Probably not. The scar on my thumb, smuggler? Honestly, dude, I don't know. I probably punched a window. I used to do that a lot. I used to be like really wild and violent, and I would jump face first through windows. And why is it saying I have a poor connection? Yeah, I used to jump face first through windows and go to punk rock shows and beat up all the other kids. And I don't know, I used to be a pretty wild dude, and I used to get effed up a lot. So realistically, I don't remember what happened to my thumb, but I would assume it was a drunken evening. Hey, J-Dub, what's up, buddy? Is this Robin Yount? Is that who we're looking at here? Since I got a card guy in here, is that Robin Yount? Yeah, Smuggler the Snuggler. I would agree, man. I would agree with you. What about this guy? You recognize this guy? These cards don't say who they are. They just say, did you know, yada, yada, yada. Read the small box on the back. Oh, it's Nolan Ryan. Hard to believe I didn't recognize him, huh? But yeah, I would agree, Smuggler, man. Windows are definitely better for looking through than they are for jumping through. Gotta agree with you there, man. So, Nolan Ryan, what year are these from? Like Father, Like Son? Bob Kearney, Eddie Milner, Luis Salazar, Dwayne Walker, Len Whitehouse, Harry Spillman, Kevin Bass, Luis Salazar again. Didn't we just pull him? Darryl Brown, Ray Smith, Tom Bernansky, Ray Smith again, Lenny Fido, Ray Smith a third time, Len Whitehouse again. This is going to be a dud of a box, I can already tell you that. Billy Gardner, Reggie Jackson, he's a pretty good player. Chi-Town, don't do that, brother. It shouldn't say it's fishing. Isaac, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Hola. ¿Cómo está? It shouldn't say fishing, Chi-Town. If it does say fishing and you're expecting fishing, I apologize. I haven't made any card content in a while, so I figured I'd give it a shot. You notice how this says AL All-Star? Somebody else in BITG was talking about how the All-Star... Or no, it was actually J&W's video. He was talking about how the All-Star game used to be the AL All-Star and the NL All-Star. If you guys aren't checking out J&W, make sure you guys check him out. His videos are sweet. He gets lots of really, really quality autos, you know, sent back to him. Yeah, Smuggler, I like collecting cards. I actually don't own but like 3 cards. But I do enjoy collecting them, and I do enjoy them. These are my neighbor's cards here. But I do enjoy collecting them. And greatest All-Star games. So that's cool. Reggie Jackson, I would consider him a hit. I'm going to set him aside from the main pile. Johnny Bench, I'm assuming this is some kind of reprint card. I don't believe Johnny Bench was playing in the 80s. Was he? This is 82. I guess that is a Johnny Bench card. That's cool. It's centered pretty decently, really. Yeah, J-Dub, but if you look at this one, man, if you look at this one, J&W, it says All-Star, and then next to it, it says AL. So I'm assuming the other one would be NL All-Star? I don't know. I don't know if they're separate leagues. Maybe that's just because they're 2 different teams, and they wanted to differentiate which team he was on. The AL or NL All-Star. I would say muy bien gracias also, Isaac. Yeah, I know Chi-Town. I know, brother. 1982 Fleer. Yeah, Bench must have played a super long time. Oh, look at this guy. I know him too. We're actually getting some hits out of here, I'd say. Probably only worth a couple cents a piece, but at least they're names we recognize. Established modern record for stolen bases in 1 season. Ricky Henderson. What was that record, like 44? Anybody know what the record was? Maybe like 54 if I can get my camera to focus. 119? What? That's insane. What? That's crazy. I wouldn't even think it would be close to the hundreds. What year is this? 83? Yeah, 83. That's insane, guys. The centering on that's really good, too. I didn't know they knew how to center in 83. Oh, you're all good like father, like son. Huh. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible, J-Dub. Damn, another hit. I actually believed you, J-Dub. Ozzie Smith, great player. Now we're getting back into the bums. R.J. Reynolds. Tim Condiotti. AL active career ERA leaders. Got Rollie Fingers, Jim Palmer, and Ron Guidry. And what year is this? 83? 84? Dave Winfield. I guess I would consider Dave Winfield a hit. Dave Winfield's not in the Hall of Fame, is he, guys? Oh, so that's the second to his last year, Chi-Town. That's cool. J-Dub, I liked your video, man. I enjoy try and support those who support me, and that should come first, you know. You've always been a huge ally of mine, and I appreciate that, man. Dave is a Hall of Famer. George Brett. He's got a dinged up corner there, which is unfortunate. I don't know if I could straighten that back out or not. George Brett I would consider a hit as well. So far, not too bad, guys. Starting out with all those duplicates, I figured this box was going to be a complete dud. Alright, let's grab another stack. Whoops. Just dropped a bunch of cards. That's never good. Hey, Lethal Outdoors, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. My channel's going to try. I'm going to try and make it more on the educational side. You know, I was thinking about doing a video tonight on how to tie a blowback rig, how to hook your lineup with a blowback rig, but I just figured I hadn't made any card content in a while, so I figured I'd make it. But yeah, I'm going to try and make my my channel informational and informative. Rick Langford, father-son here of Terry Francona and Tito Francona. A lot of you guys wouldn't consider that a hit, but I would. So I'm going to put that one over here. Don Sutton, Jack Clark. What year are these? 85, okay. Yeah, Phil does like Fishing Joe iPhone. Iron the Card Joe iPhone. Does that actually work, though? Yeah, I appreciate that, Chi-Town. I must have missed it. I'll try and catch it as soon as I get done here, buddy. I thought about doing some of that too, Joe iPhone, but I really don't like killing the fish, so it probably won't happen. But I've thought about doing all kinds of stuff, man. I used to be a sous chef, so I'm sure there's a lot of good recipes that I could teach you guys. Sixto? That's crazy, Sixto. I think there's a player today named Sixto, I believe. Rich Hebner. Guys, if I'm missing anybody that deserves to be in this pile instead of the junk pile, let me know. Because I don't know every player, I just know the big names. You know, different people liking different teams, you know, they know which players are better. Like the other day, I was in a guy's thing, and he didn't know who Larry Doby was. I'm like, Larry Doby is a Hall of Famer, man. He's the second player ever to break the color barrier.
I'm supposing this is what all the tour guides live in.
Jose Orozco.
Everything is on track to make Harlan not just a tourist stop, but a destination. That means lower taxes, new street signs, fire trucks, and police cars. And it's all going to begin right here in the center of town, where we're going to convert the musty old soldier and sailor's home into the new Arlen Museum of Prophecy.
Hey, Brian Sipe, that is a hit. What year is this? 82? You guys can look there and see why I love Brian Sipe. You see what team he played for? The only team he played for? The leader of the Cardiac Kids? Brian freaking Sipe, dude. That's actually going to be one that I try and get off of my neighbor, so that's actually going to get its own pile. I didn't see a Jose Canseco Lethal Outdoors. Treeb Talks, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate that, man. If you guys aren't subscribed to Treeb Talks and you enjoy football content, particularly Jacksonville Jaguars content, if any of you guys are Jags fans, go over and sub Treeb Talks. Even if you guys aren't football fans, if you guys want to do me a huge solid, go over and sub Treeb Talks. I've been a supporter of his for a while, and he's a supporter of mine. He's a really cool guy. He runs an awesome channel. It's interactive. It's fun. And if you guys feel like it, you know, go give him a sub. Like I said, you won't regret it. He's a great guy.
But you're not Alexis Odegaardle. I'm not.
I just thought it'd be nice to get
Oh, can you guys hear the Hank Hill in the background?
Looks like a breakdown.
It's some of
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see any Jose Canseco, but we'll definitely look for him lethal.
No shirt. Well, maybe they
Oh, look at that. Back-to-back dupes.
play, but they're also disabled motorists.
Man, we're going through these stacks quick. I like it.
Peggy, watch the board.
what's the problem, Randy? We did a whole movie about a flat tire.
I'm trying.
Man, these cards are so mixed up. I got 81.
Hey, this part happened in the movie.
I don't even know. All these years are so mixed up. It's literally like a grab bag.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, congratulations, I suppose. You do know your transmission.
Heck yeah, Chi-Town. I'm glad you're feeling better, brother. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. I know it's always tough when you lose somebody that you love and care about.
Got your awards show. Peggy, they tried to fix their engine.
Steve Carlton's got to be a hit, right? What year is this? 85 again?
Real limo.
Centering on it's pretty terrible, but the corners look good.
You ever been in one, Mom? Have I? If I had attended my prom, certainly. So, how did you folks get into the
John McNamara. Oh, we got another father-son.
Hi, John.
Uh,
Were you heading someplace? I have a dealer.
and I don't know who they are, so they're going in the junk pile.
For a bit. It's kind of important.
Ed Hodge. Bob Brenly. Buck Martinez. Willie Hernandez. Albert Hall. Glenn Hoffman.
That's the old Arlen
Marty Barrett.
store is beautiful.
Jerry Reese.
and it has more
Gary Woods.
structure in Central Texas.
Oh, we're going to have to start doing some flipping.
Of course, I can
No, I think it's just that card.
now you still have your career.
Don Ace.
Career? Actually,
Fernando Venezuela.
award is more of a piss-off.
Fran Mullins.
Saying, thanks for the 400 movies.
John Wathen. Is John Wathen a hit or no?
All right.
So you
I feel like he should be, but I'm not sure.
Thanks for candy. Well, I used to do have my own little shop selling baby jewelry or
Ken Oberkfell.
But who would want to buy that stuff from someone with my power?
Rolly Fingers. I guess we got to consider Rolly Fingers a hit. What year is this?
You know, Candy, the women who started this
81, 82.
similar repute, but the moment they had a chance to quit, they did. Look, that granary was built by our founding mother.
Steve Garvey.
Pork processing.
Ron Goudry. Did we consider Goudry a hit or no? I can't remember.
Not my movie.
Phil Lanicaro, he should be a hit. Look how off-centered that card is top to bottom. Or are they supposed to look like that? No, they're not.
Be the same.
Look how off-centered that card is, guys.
And believe me, I know wrong. There has to be something we can do.
Jerry Koosman, I know I've heard his name. Again, look how off-centered that card is. No, we got another father-son combo here. Ozzy Virgil and Ozzy Virgil. Different spellings, same name.
Yep. These decorations look
Checklist. And Phil Garner. Oh, Gidry. It's not Goudry, it's Gidry. Thank you for helping me with that. Wathen is a hit if you like to troll. So you're saying Wathen is no good? For jabs, he's a hit? Oh, okay. That's where I've heard the name. I knew I heard the name.
Candy Lace.
Fernando Venezuela's a hit?
Thank you,
Alright, let me go back and find these hits real quick.
who made it possible for me to be here today.
Um,
Hank Hill.
yeah, I knew I heard that name Wathen before. I couldn't figure out where, and that's the one that they send to jabs.
You all know I played a lot of love scenes in the movie.
There's Gidry.
Also, head over heels for real. I'm announcing my retirement from the adult film business so I can be with my true
And you
love.
said Fernando Venezuela. Got both of those.
I don't want this to smack my town.
We have a choice to make. Which version of Harlan do we want?
So you're saying that Wathen card should go to jabs is what you guys are saying?
That's grown up but still appropriate for kids.
Fernando Mania. Fernando used to be a hot card. Dang, you guys know your stuff. Heck yeah, guys. Thanks for hooking me up and letting me know this stuff that I probably should know but don't. Oh, looks like we're back to some 84s. I do recognize the 84s because I'm always looking for that Mattingly. That's one card that I would like to get for the PC is the Mattingly. Ben Hayes. Jesse Orozco. Ron Hodges. Jose Cruz. Willie Nelson. Rennie Martin. I wish my camera would stop focusing like that. I wish it would just stay focused. What do we got here? Batting and pitching leaders. Jeff Leonard and Atlee Hammaker. Oh, it's for the Giants. I was going to say that must have been a really crappy year for baseball. But it makes sense. It's Giants players. That's why I've never heard of them. Mike Torres. Doug Sisk. Pete Yukovich. Mark Bradley. Junior Ortiz. Gary Lavelle. Or Gary Lavelli, maybe. Craig Reynolds. Brian Clark. George Bjorkman, I'm guessing. I don't know. Mike Lacoste. Leon Durham. 1983 highlight. Bob Forsch, Dave Righetti, and Warren. They all threw no hitters, apparently. George McGregor, Rennie Martin, Doug Bird, Daryl Thomas. See, now these are newer. What is this? This has got to be like 87, right? 83. Huh. Man, I was really hoping Dave Durango would stop by and hang out with us, guys. I know his ass don't go to bed this early. Jerry Koosman again. Jerry Koosman is most famous for being on the Nolan Ryan card, right? He's not famous for anything else, is he? Johnny Ray. Too bad that doesn't have Barry Bonds' picture on it. Or too bad it doesn't say Barry Bonds and have Johnny Ray's picture on it. I know that's the wrong year, but nonetheless. Pat Putnam. Matt Young, whoever that is. Richie Zisk. Bob Stoddard. Who do we got here? Same card. Same card. Same card. Man, these 84s all seem to be like heavy duplicates, no good players whatsoever. Tommy Lasorda, burnt out Fernando. I didn't know that. And a sealed one touch, huh? Willie Nelson had some hits. Willie Nelson's a pothead, isn't he? Pete Vukovich. I think we said that name, J-Dub. Let me look. Okay, Chi-Town got you. He was in the Little Big League movie. Oh, and he was in trouble? Let's grab another stack here. What the heck? This is a random card in with all this old stuff. And it's funny because I just grabbed stacks and we were just talking about this guy. But unfortunately, it's 10 years after his rookie. Wow, dude, it's crazy all this new stuff in here. So we got a 94 Don Mattingly. I guess I wouldn't consider that a hit because it's junk wax. So it's just going to go in the junk pile. Herschel Walker, he's a good player, but Otis Anderson was a good player. Barry Sanders is a good player. I know Ricky Clark likes Barry Sanders quite a bit. It's a little dinged up and it's junk wax, so it is what it is. Mike Piazza junk wax. It says rookie star, but I'm sure it's not a rookie. So that's junk. Back to the old stuff. Cool. Man, this is such a random box, guys. I wouldn't consider Barry a hit because it's junk wax like father like son. There's probably 500 million of those cards out there that people still have in their collection because he was so good. Throw pack cards. What's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Salome Barojas. I probably said that wrong, Isaac. Ray Knight. Rick Roden. David Palmer. Dan Kiesenberry. Johnny Johnstone. Dennis Eckersley. Are we going to consider Eckersley a hit, guys? He's a Hall of Famer, isn't he? Oh, this card's got some serious damage on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right here. It's like completely raised up. That's an 84 Fleer. I was wondering why. I'm like, that's... Oh, and it's got a big crease down the middle of it. That's junk. Just a random 91 Will Clark. I mean, dude, this box is so random. Yeah, too many creases to put that in the good pile. This box is so random. I can't believe it, dude. Got some Cardinals team leaders. Otis Anderson. We were just talking about how good he was. Ken Green, Curtis Breer, Pat Tilley. Dwight Clark in action. I am definitely going to consider that a hit. Because if you guys aren't familiar with, there's a play in football history called The Catch. And it was a pass from Joe Montana to Dwight Clark. So we're going to call that a hit. Just simply because he was the guy who made the catch. Harold Carmichael, Joe Klecko. Some old 82 football cards, man. Mixed in with random Eric Metcalf. Nah, it is a number one pick, though. I'm going to pass on the Metcalf. Lenny Dykstra. Calvin Hill. Man, we're getting some Browns in here. I like that. Paul Krause. Tom Glavine. Like father, like son. Shout out to you, brother. And JT Smith. Jim Hart. Russ Francis. Stanley Morgan. Steve Grogan. Back to some baseball. We got active career saves leaders, and Bruce Sutter seems to be the featured guy here. Along with Tug McGraw and Gene Garber. To be honest, I've never heard of any of them. I know it's got a Phillies player on it. I know Ricky Clark likes the Phillies. Tug McGraw again. Look at that, dude. That's strange, right? Tug McGraw and then Tug McGraw. Strange. Let's see here. We got Super Bowl 15, the Raiders 27, the Eagles 10. That was probably the last time the Raiders were any good. This is, what, 81 tops? 81 tops. Pretty cool card. If I don't throw it and break it and drop it. Lou Whitaker. Christian Okoye was a hell of a back. Thurman Thomas, again, hell of a back. Mark Grace, randomness, random new cards in with a bunch of old cards. Greg Bell, Neil Anderson. I do like the design on those with the lightning, though. And Ron Oster. Chi-Town, you can't just say hit. You gotta tell me what it is. I mean, Glavine was a good player, but it's a junk wax card. So if it's a junk wax card, we're not really going to consider it a hit. I mean, I don't think... Basically, I'm trying to separate for my neighbor, like, hey, you might be able to get $1 out of this, versus, hey, you might be able to get a nickel out of this. If it's nickel, we're not going to count it, even if it's a Hall of Famer. But if it's like, 50 cents or better, we're going to count it. So that's kind of like the, the breakdown here. Like if it's worth less than 50 cents, we're not counting it. If it's worth more than 50 cents, we'll kind of count it. Save the Gene Garber for when Dave gets here. Dallas Foster, what's up, brother? Thanks for popping in. I got to go back and find it. How long? That comment was a minute ago, so it shouldn't be that far. Does Garber have a thing for Dave or something? Or does Dave have a thing for Garber, I should say? Is that like a joke to him? Okay, we'll make a Dave Durango pile too, guys. And watch him not show up, and then I'm like, yeah, I made you a pile, Dave Durango. Throw pack cards, to be honest, it's just a box of cards that I got off my neighbor, and it seems to be completely random. So we could pull out a freaking Star Wars Yoda card for all I know. There's Dave Durango. I thought he was hating on me. Dave Durango's my favorite chode, guys. You want the Grace, Chi-Town? Yeah, I think they did throw pack, but I think the Raiders also lost that Super Bowl. Oh, Dave Durango was already here. Bruce Sutter still getting paid for his contract he signed in the 80s? That's awesome. Man, dude, you guys are so knowledgeable. I love learning all this new stuff. Yoda rookie card? That's what I'm talking about, throw pack. Dave Durango, they said I should show this card to you. It's Gene Garber. Does that mean anything to you? They said it would. Is this a joke that I hope it's a joke, because I want to hear a joke. Yoda would definitely be a hit. Aaron's collecting and detecting. What's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Chi-Town. Let me go back and find this Mark Grace. How far ago was it, Chi-Town? Let me go back and find it. Bruce Sutter's the original Bobby Bonilla with this contract? I didn't know that. I know about Bobby Bonilla. I didn't know about Bruce Sutter. Okay, so this doesn't mean anything to you, Dave Durango? No joke behind it? I thought there was a joke or something behind it. You know how they mess with you with the Zach Hampel? I thought maybe that had another joke behind it, maybe. Alright, so I'm looking for Mark Grace, guys. Let's try to find Mark Grace. I guess I'll set the Glavin aside too, because somebody mentioned it. Uh-oh, I'm not seeing Mark Grace. This must have been a while ago. That's alright, it won't take me but a second, guys. Bear with me. We haven't gone through that many. I'm going to go through these, and we never really seen a Mark Grace. He's trolling me. Damn, Chi-Town, that's rough, man. Really? I'm sorry to hear about that, Dave. Was it mutual, or was it him, or was it you? What was it, Dave? How did that go down? Was it a mutual thing? Was there infidelity? Dude, I am not seeing Mark Grace. Did I put Mark Grace in the keeper pile and I'm looking for him for nothing? Man, I don't know how everybody reads these chats and looks through cards. Ken F, what's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping in. If I missed anybody, I apologize. There's a lot of beards going on right now, Aaron, for sure. Lots of beards, buddy. Dude, reading and looking throw pack, dude, that's impossible, man. Like, I'm having a tough time with it, and there's really not that many of you in there. But yeah, beards have become wildly popular, Aaron, for sure. Dude, I do not see Grace. Did we see a Grace, guys? Am I tripping? I did not find a Grace. Did I maybe put him in this pile? What year was it, Chi-Town? I don't see him, buddy. Did I already look through these? What year was the card? 91 Donruss. I didn't even see any 91 Donruss when I looked through these. I'm tripping. Hold on. I'll find them, guys. I'll find them. Man. I'm having a rough go at it. I probably blew right by it. It was probably on top of the stack, and I probably somehow blew right by it. He was before Glavin. Grace was a bum, Dave? That's how you feel, buddy? That's how you feel about... Oh, there he is. Wow, dude, I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Alright, so Chi-Town likes Grace. We'll put Grace to the side. We'll put Grace and Glavin in the pile that I'm going to try and get. And if it goes well and I get them, I'll try and send them to you guys. Now we can look at some more cards. Alright, sorry about that, man, guys. So I missed it. How did Dave Durango and Zach Hampel break up? Is it because of Dave Durango and Mud Dog's thing? Is he getting jelly? You guys know I'm Dave Durango's pink sock, right? Alright, here we go. Barry Foote. Frank Tavares. I think I've heard of Frank Tavares, right? He's a good player. No, not a good player. What is this, 81? Damn, he had a long career. Yes or no on Frank Tavares, guys? I'll set him aside. Pete Falcone, I think I've heard his name too. Bill Allman, Kevin Gross, Mike Fischlin, Rick Sutcliffe, Broderick Perkins, Pat Tabler, Broderick Perkins again, Al Williams, Ron Davis, Jerry Morales, Ben Oglivin, Tippy Martinez. That's a cool name. Terry Kennedy, Tom Hume. Let me set the stack down. What do we got here? Lou Whitaker and Jack Morris. I don't believe any of those guys are great. Chet Lemon. Lou Whitaker. Steve Kemp. Bert Campaneris. Larry Boa. Some people would consider Larry Boa a hit, no? Warren Bruster. Let's see what we got here. Richard Dotson and Carlton Fisk. We're going to go with Carlton Fisk being a hit. We're going to put him in the hit pile. Fergie Jenkins. Fergie Jenkins a hit. We'll put him aside. Let me know what you guys think. Ken Oberkfell again, and Dupes. Who was gracefully overlooked? Oh, the marker. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Throw Pack Cards. I see what you did there. No, it's a pink sock, JW. Don't Google it, buddy. Don't Google it. Put Sutcliffe aside. Put Lou Whitaker aside. Jack Morris is a hit. You guys can't just say hit. You gotta. Yeah, I know Dave has a thing for Chet Lemon, I heard. Okay, so Jack Morris, the Hall of Famer. Ferguson. Okay, hold on. Guys, I said don't Google it. All right, so no Frank Tavares love in here. Nobody liked Frank Tavares. He wasn't any good. Did we say Fergie Jenkins? Neither one of these guys are hits. I could have sworn I heard both their names before. All right, hold on. So we got Ferguson. Yeah, I think that's a blue waffle like father like son. You don't want to Google blue waffle either, buddy. Believe me. Jack Morris, Lou Whitaker, and Sutcliffe was good. Okay. Let me go back and look, guys. So we got Jack Morris, Lou Whitaker, and Sutcliffe. Lou Whitaker's a coach, though. All right, Lou Whitaker. Oh, that Lou Whitaker. The coach or the player? And we said Fergie Jenkins was good. Is that one that I'm supposed to try? Is that a valuable card, or is that because I mean, if it's decently if it's worth more than 50 cents, I can't give it away. Well, I don't think I can give any of them away. But if they're just like cards that you guys PC and they're not worth anything, I can try and get them off of my neighbor and then send them to you guys. So I'm assuming this goes in Chi-Town Likes Fergie Jenkins pile. Who the heck am I looking for again? Phil Garner? No. Guys. Oh, there goes another Lou Whitaker. Somebody had said Tug McGraw was famous for being somebody's father. I don't know. I think I got him. Who was I supposed to get? Jack Morris. I don't know. I didn't see Jack Morris, man. I looked. I'm assuming Jack Morris couldn't have been that good because I ain't heard of him. I mean, his name sounds vaguely familiar. Man, dude. I don't see a Jack Morris, dude. We're going to have to move on. And Frank Tavares is going in the junk pile. You said it looked like that one? Yeah, I'm not seeing one like that. I'm gonna look through these one more time. I think you're trolling me, aren't you, Dave? I'm terrified you guys are trolling me, having me look through these when you know the card's not in there at all. Oh, man. Okay, I didn't see a Jack Morris. I looked 3 times. Moving on. Unless I set it in here, I guess. Dude, Jack Morris was on the other Lou Whitaker one. So he was there the whole time. I'm an idiot. Alright, so we can move on now. Man, I suck at this, guys. You won't ever see no breaks or nothing coming from my channel, and you can bet your sweet bottom on that one. Don't Google pink sock. Jack Morris beat the Braves and Smoltz in the World Series. I didn't know that. The Braves had like the best pitching rotation I've ever seen in my lifetime, honestly. I mean, I was born in 88, but dude, the Braves, dude, that pitching rotation of the 90s of the Braves, that was unlike anything I've ever seen since. I mean, it's insane, honestly, and that's maybe an opinion, but I would almost say it's a fact. I mean, what pitching rotation has ever been better? All right, here we go. Roger Erickson. I'm not even going to attempt to say that guy's name. Kirk Gibson. Kirk Gibson's a Hall of Famer, isn't he, guys? I'm going to set him aside. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Let me know. Jim Palmer. Manny Trillo. Larry Christensen. Bake McBride. Greg Lazinski. Lonnie Smith. Lonnie Smith again, Craig Gross, Gary Maddox again, George Vukovich, Steve Busby, UL Washington, Marty Patton, Frank White, Ken Forsch, Lonnie Smith, Jamie Quirk, Ken Forsch, J.R. Richard, Rafael Landstoy, Julio Gonzalez, Dave Bergman, Randy Neiman, and Lou Piniella. I mean, that's a playing card of Lou Piniella. I know him best as a coach. Oh, you leaving, Isaac? Buenos noches, mi amigo. Good night, my friend. I believe is what I just said to you, I believe. Oh, hell yeah. J-Dub's rolling out, too. Thanks for stopping in, J-Dub. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in, Isaac. I appreciate both of you. Thanks for always supporting my channel. Hey, look, that's Mark McGwire. I recognize that ugly, non-steroided out face. The Braves won a World Series in '97, Alan Scott, and I know that because I'm an Indians fan and they kicked the crap out of us and I cried. But I was like 9 years old, so it's justified. Yeah, that rotation was sick, I agree. 91 Twins got him that year. Astros are close to it this year. I mean, I hear a lot of people talking about the Astros, but I don't ever hear about the Astros myself, just in the chats. Like, I don't ever hear anything on TV or the sports, the sports stations or anything like that. Yeah, even if you weren't a Braves fan like father, like son, that's how I feel, dude. They beat us in the World Series, and I still got to give it to them, dude. That was nasty. Kirk Gibson is a Hall of Famer, but it's not a good card because it's 84. Okay, fair enough. Okay, you guys are going too fast. Guys, if I miss anything in the chat and you really want me to acknowledge it, tag me. If you guys tag me, you know, then it helps, because if not, I can just assume you guys are talking amongst yourselves, which is more than, you know, fine. Take the Palmer out. I didn't see a Palmer, dude. When Dion threw the water tank on what's his name, the reporter guy. Tim McCarver. Yeah, 95. Yeah, the Marlins beat us in 97. You're right, like father, like son. Totally right, brother. Yeah, I heard Verlander pitched a no-hitter. I didn't know he was with the Astros. I guess you're right, though. I guess he did. Yeah, he's not a Tiger anymore, so yeah, you're right. Kirk Gibson's not in the Hall of Fame? So we're looking for Jim Palmer, not Harry Palmer? Alright, let me go back a little bit. I'll find this guy. Look, Frank Tavares is right there. So the beginning of the stack. Oh, Jim Palmer, second card from the top. Cool. Alright, what year is this Mark McGwire? It's Bowman. It is a 90 Bowman? Man, that is a rough shape for a 1990. I mean, that's in worse shape than some of these other cards that are a lot. And it's got stains on it, crease here. Somebody really liked their Mark McGwire and liked to play with it, I guess. But yeah, that's rough shape. Dion was awesome, dude. The other day I was watching this show called, it was Bear Grylls. It was called Running Wild with Bear Grylls, and Deion Sanders was on there. It's like, man, what kind of man chases another man through the woods with a snake? It was pretty epic. And then he starts speaking in tongues and stuff and getting all religious. It was epic, dude. If you guys haven't seen it, I would recommend it. You being sarcastic, Dave Durango? Alright, Bobby Brown. Isn't Bobby Brown most famous for beating up Whitney Houston? Or Tina Turner? Isn't that what he's most famous for? Rupert Jones. Dave Van Olen. Bob Forsch. Man, there's a lot of Bob Forsch in here. Ken Oberkfell again. There's a lot of him, too. Chris Spear. Or Spire, maybe. Manny Trio. Not even going to try to say Dibzinski or whatever that is. Kevin Bass. Dude, that's... Okay, see now, guys, this is how it's going to start, okay? I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it in the pile I can ask him to keep, and I'm going to start collecting players who have fishing names. That's going to be my thing. And then when people ask me to send them an auto or whatever, they're going to get an auto on a player card with a fishing name on them. I'll stick a little fishing hook through it and send it to them. That'll be my auto. I'll probably put some ink on it too, but... Luis Salazar. Probably no relation to Danny Salazar, I'm assuming. Jack Morris and Steve Carlton. That's not bad. Steve Carlton's a good player. Steve Carlton, Nolan Ryan, and Gaylord Perry. Those are all good players. Probably not a good card, but good players. Cecil Cooper. Reggie Jackson again. He's a good player. Mike Schmidt's a good player. Mike Schmidt again. Along with Dave Kingman and Tony Perez. Ricky Henderson's a great player. Golden Glove. Anybody whose name is Golden Glove... that's not his name, okay. Mike Hargrove is a personal hit. He was the longtime coach of the Cleveland Indians growing up. Bucky Dent. Harold Baines, the 1977 #1 draft pick. But this is 85. Yeah, so that's not any good, I'm assuming. Mike Schmidt again. 1981 Home Run King. That's a cool looking card. Look at that beard. That's nice. Dave Rucker. Yogi Berra. We're going to consider Yogi Berra a hit even though he's a coach, right? You want to buy some of them from the neighbor, Dave Durango? Gil Hodges. Where did we see a Gil Hodges? Guys, is he messing with me? We did not see a Gil Hodges, guys. McGuire was about out of baseball. He was so bad at that point. In 1990? No, he wasn't. He wasn't bad at 1990. Yeah, like father, like son. I'm sure that's a good one if it's in good condition. Dion played for the Falcons and then took a helicopter. Yeah, he's the only... Yeah, don't be giving out that great info, Alan. We have trivias and stuff in this community. Some of these guys might not have known that he's the only player to play a football game, a professional football game, and a professional baseball game in the same day. I'm sure all these guys in here knew it because they're all diehards. But yeah, that's a great fact. Kudos to you for knowing that, too. And he's also in the Baseball Hall of Fame, or the Football Hall of Fame, but not the Baseball Hall of Fame. Bobby Brown, more than one kind of hit. Awesome, like father, like son, awesome. Oh, you have to get a Gil Hodges. Okay, so we didn't see one. All right. Yeah, I'll let him know, Dave Durango. You guys can work something out, man. Harold Baines just got into the Hall of Fame, so take him out. Didn't I take him out? Didn't I take out Harold Baines? These are the neighbors' cards, Alan. Oh, because it's Gil. Okay, yeah, Dave Durango, I got you. You're right, dude. You're right. I wouldn't have thought of him either. Harold Baines, outheard. All right, time to grab a new stack. This is just, I'll show you guys, dude. This is an old, dirty... It's just an old, dirty box that says James on it. Although that is not how you spell James, so I don't know what that says. But it's just an old, dirty box with old, dirty cards in it. And it's like such a hodgepodge and wide variety. It's actually kind of fun going through them, honestly. You know, I've gone through other boxes of his stuff and not seen a single name that I even recognized. So the fact that there's so many recognizable names in here, it's actually been pretty enjoyable for me to go through this stuff. You guys see I got my fishing stuff all laid out on the table. Yeah, I got a problem, I know. I replaced drugs and alcohol with fishing, dude. Who does that? Who does that? Alright, let me grab another stack. But yeah, just seeing the old players and recognizing the names. Old Dirty Box Hunter. I like that. That's better than Old Dirty Bastard for sure. Yeah, dude, that is pretty nice, man. I agree. I agree, man. Got the collar popped. Well, not popped, but he's got it down. He's wearing the Jesus cross. He's got a small fro going on. That does have a nice little iconic look to it. I agree with you on that one. An old dirty box named James. Dave Durango, you ain't right, brother. '91, he hit 201. Dang, that's awful. I didn't know that either, guys. Man, you guys are so smart and your history is freaking impeccable. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, Rick James, dude, exactly. Exactly, dude, that's awesome. All right, Luis Leal, Jesse Barfield, Pete Mackinnon, Bob Nepper, Lynn McLaughlin. Let me adjust this camera a little bit so we can at least get the whole card in there. Ron Hassey, Damaso Garcia, Joey McLaughlin. I wonder if any relation to Sarah McLaughlin. Makes those sad puppy songs that you guys see on regular TV if you don't have cable. Terry Whitfield, Rennie Stennett, Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan was a hell of a player, was he not? Am I thinking of somebody else? I'm thinking of Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Or Morgan Freeman, maybe? The centering on that card is god-awful. Tony Perez, Marty Bystrom, Al Holland. Joe Morgan is a Hall of Famer? I thought he was, but I thought Joe Morgan played for the Giants, I thought. And this is not a Giants player, this is a Phillies player. Let me find him here. See, that's a Phillies player. I thought Joe Morgan. Is it possible it could be a different Joe Morgan? Is that possible? Centering on that is so awful. I mean, so awful. That's the same Joe Morgan. I could have sworn he played for the Giants because I thought Joe Morgan had a card with Willie Mays or something on it. I could be totally mistaken. I don't know, guys, but Tony Perez is in the Hall of Fame. Is he really? All right, so I need to go back and get Perez, Tony Perez. Oh, there's two Tony Perez, so that's cool. One is centered way better than the other one. He was on the Big Red Machine. So then who am I thinking of that played for the Giants, guys? Who am I thinking of? I know Willie McCovey, but that's not who I'm thinking of. Oh, he played for everyone? Okay. I got you guys. Oh, we got some football here. Jerry Robinson. And then we're right back to baseball. See how random this is, guys? The years. Oh, got another Phil card. Got a Trout. Larry Boa again. And BITG considers Larry Boa a hit. Oh, same Fergie Jenkins card we already seen. Who we got here? Koufax or somebody? Brett Saberhagen. Brett Saberhagen's decent, right? Dave Rozema, Tim Blackwell. Blackwell again. Bobby Mitchell. Rennie Martin, Marshall Edwards, Don Money, Paul Molitor, Aurelio Lopez, Dave Gumpert, Lynn Jones, Aurelio Lopez again, Damaso Garcia, Buck Martinez, Ernie Witt, and Andre Robertson. Dude, that's a pretty cool looking card, honestly, guys. Just something about it makes me feel nostalgic inside. I don't know if it's the look on his face, if it's that uniform. I don't know, that makes me feel nostalgic. Paul Molitor. Mike Trout's uncle. Is that really Mike Trout's uncle? Are you guys messing with me? Oh my gosh, guys. Look at those glasses. Okay. Guys, Chris Sabo might have a run for... I know you guys are big Chris Sabo fans. Especially Dave Durango. But dude, this guy is seriously giving Chris Sabo a run for his money here. Tell me that's not giving Chris Sabo a run for his money, dude. Those glasses are flipping epic, dude. All right, so we got to go back and get Paul Molitor. Dude, those glasses are insane, right? Heck yeah, Dave Durango. Fair enough, brother. You've been helping me out the most, though, man. What am I going to do, Dave? Alright, so we got Paul Molitor out. Grab another stack and go through it real quick. Man, we got some 1970s football, guys. Any of you guys football fans out there? Dude, everybody seems to be big fans of Chris Sabo. Dallas Foster's up. From the Harry Carey collection? Alright, Throw Pack, help me out here if you know any of these players, buddy. Anthony Davis, Ricky Bell, Chuck Muncie. I think even I've heard Chuck Muncie's name, I think. Let me know. Mike Renfro, I could have sworn I've heard his name too. This isn't a 77 though, is it? No, this is a 1980 Mike Renfro. Jimmy Giles, Derek Gaffney, Ted McKnight, Frank Lemaster, Benny Malone, Pete Johnson. Dude, I hate how, like, back in the day the Bengals uniforms looked identical to the Browns uniforms. But if you guys actually think about it, that would probably be because Paul Brown, who founded the Browns, I guess got kicked out of town somehow or decided to take his crap and leave. And then he went and founded the Bengals, which is why the safest place to go during a tornado is Paul Brown Stadium, because there will never, ever, ever be a touchdown. So, yeah, little joke for you guys. And I don't know, I just think that's cool that Paul Brown decided to leave Cleveland or got kicked out of Cleveland and decided to go found his own team in Cincinnati, and he took the colors. Basically, he took like that. I mean, they were so similar back then. You know, so to me, that's just really cool, I guess. But I also kind of hate it because I'll see a Bengals card and think it's a Brown and get excited. Billy Waddy, Tony Hill, Larry Mucker, Brian Bashnagel, Jim Hart. Back to this baseball. Got a Golden Glove dude again. Dennis Martinez. I know he played for the Indians. Tug McGraw again. Tom O'Malley. And Tim Flannery. So we're saying Munchie is good. Late 80s, early 90s football. Truth be told, what's up, brother? We're just hanging out, looking through an old box of cards that who knows what is inside. No telling. Just based on the way that it's going so far, we have like recognizable names, but we don't have any recognizable names like rookie years. So I'm assuming we're not going to have any rookies or any like $1,000, $100 cards, but we got a couple 50-cent cards here and there, which is pretty cool. Did I miss some glasses throwback cards? Post Malone's uncle? I don't think so, like father, like son. I don't believe you, buddy. Chargers legend. The only football guy I would know is Buster Rhymes. He does not play football. Yeah, they are the ones who hurt Bo. You're totally right about that, man. Tug. I agree. Super, to be honest, I didn't even notice, dude. Yeah, truth be told, I agree, but these aren't my cards. Truth be told, these are the neighbor's cards. So I'm trying to go through and find things that might be valuable to him. Or not to him, but might be able to bring him some money. Man, this 77 Chuck Muncie is in rough shape, but it is a 77, so I mean, how great can the shape be? You can see it's got some soft corners. Or some bent corners, I should say. But yeah, these aren't my cards, truth be told, so I'm trying to kind of separate. Hey, you might be able to get 50 cents to $1 for all these cards. You know, versus, yeah, the rest of this is junk wax, or junk, you might be able to get a nickel. I'm trying to separate the stuff that's worth a nickel from the stuff that's worth above 50 cents. Because they're not my cards. So I'm trying to do him a solid. And I get to look at badass old stuff while I'm at it. So it's like a double win. It's a win for him. It's a win for me. You know, we're just having fun. Just hanging out, really, dude. We're chatting more than anything. I mean, you could see we've been here for probably an hour. And we haven't really looked through that many cards. Realistically. We're just chatting and hanging out, dude. Tug Johnson? I don't believe you, Dallas. That sounds like too good of a joke, man. Super. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. I didn't even see you were in here. Oh, that was you who made that comment. For some reason, I read the comment and didn't realize that was you. Thanks for stopping in, Super. I appreciate that. There really was a Buster Rhymes who played football? Oh, snap. I just spotted a Ken Griffey. And then I seen this card, dude. I got so excited when I seen that card. I seen the Yankees, and I seen the design, and I about crap my pants. About crap my pants. I didn't know that, Super. I never knew that, man. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, the love of the hobby, man. That's what this is. This is a love of the hobby stream. Who went blind, Dallas? Dude, okay, he's definitely trolling now. Daryl Evans, what year are these? 84 Fleer. Okay, that's different. Daryl Evans. Manny Sarmiento. Larry McWilliams, that's a cool looking dude. He just looks cool. And he's holding a card, I'm assuming, of himself. I'm assuming. Isn't that sweet, guys? You got a card with a card in it. I don't know if my camera is going to pick up on it. It's not, I mean, it's kind of picking up on it. We can't see who the card is. Maybe I can. Nah, I can't see who the card is. I'm assuming it's a card of himself. But that's cool. You don't often see a card of a player holding a card. Maybe that dude was super into collecting, and that's sweet. Steve from Carter's Kids, he actually has cards that were owned by Gary Carter. So, I mean, I think it's amazing when you have baseball players that made it to the big leagues and still collect cards. I think that's amazing, guys. That's just, I don't know. Pretty cool. Jamie Quirk. Andy Hassler, that's a cool name. Bud Black, John Curtis, Howard Bailey, Larry Sorensen, Jim Essian, Jerry Augustine, Mike Brown, Carney Lansford, Bob Kearney, Bobby Cox on a Blue Jays checklist, which is kind of weird, unless there's something on the other side, and there's not. So that's kind of weird to put a player down in the very, very bottom, and I guess it's a manager. I don't know. Kind of weird. Ricky Nelson, Bobby Castillo, and Mike Caldwell. You can find what in neglected piles? Pedro and Mariano Rivera and Pedro Martinez, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, throw pack. Oh, I didn't know that, Alan. Man, you guys know so much stuff, man. I love hanging out and doing these live streams with you guys because you guys are so educated about the hobby. I mean, that's another thing to me about, like, and I love information and facts anyway. You know, I can tell you that SCUBA stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Why I know that, I don't know. I know thousands and thousands of facts that serve no purpose whatsoever. So I'm just one of those guys that loves learning. And when I live stream and you guys come hang out, man, you guys get a chance to educate me and tell me awesome facts that I didn't know. And maybe now that I don't smoke marijuana anymore, maybe I'll actually retain some of this information, you know? So I really appreciate you guys hanging out and teaching me all this cool stuff, man. That's what I was wondering, truth be told. I actually asked that in a stream earlier. It was actually Jason's stream. Truth be told, but Truth Seeker Sports Memorabilia. And it was those young high school kids. I'm like, so do these kids have to get summer jobs and go and buy their cards off eBay? Or do they get a copy of them when they leave the facility? I actually asked that same question earlier, truth be told, and I don't know the answer of it. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Throwpack. You would go through and find stuff that you didn't even know, you know, that you liked. I got you, buddy. All right, let's go through some more of these. Bobby Cox. I don't know nothing about Bobby Cox, guys. Rick Cerrone. Ron Guidry again. We decided Guidry was good enough to keep. Fontenot. Scott McGregor. Harry Spillman. Game Saver Tug McGraw. Dave Henderson. Kent Herbeck. Tim Raines. Did we decide Tim Raines made the Hall of Fame, didn't he? Did Tim Raines make the Hall of Fame? Oh, snap. We were just talking about Steve. This is going to have to go in the pile I'm going to try and get, so that we can send it to Steve. And actually, that's actually really cool that we got that. Oh, no, shoot. No, it's not. That's an 83. Shit. That's an 83. Never mind. I was going to say, I had an 84 Gary Carter that I gotten back in the games. And I told back in the game like 7 or 8 times to send it to Carter's kids. And for some stupid reason, he sent it to me anyway. And it's like, dude, now I have to try and send that to him. And I ended up actually selling it because I was hard up for money. I needed to buy a new fishing reel. So I ended up selling it, but I really wanted to give it to Steve. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to give it to Steve. So if that would have been a replacement, it would have been like, cool, okay, no harm, no foul. He's still going to get his card. But unfortunately, that's an 83 and not an 84. Terry Francona is a hit to me, so I'm going to put that in my keeper pile. Larry Boa. Fergie Jenkins. Gonna call that a hit. Dick Tidrow. Bill Campbell. And Gary Maddox. What are your guys' thoughts on Tim Raines? Tim Raines is a Hall of Famer? Okay. Yeah, Throwpack. Edgar Martinez, yeah. Yeah, Super. I imagine it is like that, man. I imagine some of them don't collect anything. 'Cause, I mean, once you're in the MLB, why would you collect MLB memorabilia? You're famous. You know, it's like, well, I don't need Mickey Mantle's baseball card. I played alongside Mickey Mantle. You know, but I was just watching one of J&W's mail videos, and, you know, one of his teammates, you know, sends out Mickey Mantle stuff. You know, it's not Mickey Mantle's actual cards, but he has, like, these pamphlets that he sends out that are Mickey Mantle. And it's like, man, you wouldn't think that he would collect Mickey Mantle stuff. He played alongside the guy. But he does. Name Richard Cox. So Dick Cox. That's pretty funny. It's kind of redundant, but also funny. Oh, you found the 83 Carter today too? Thrill Pack. I'm not sure if you're not familiar, but there's a guy named Steve. His channel. He's a really good guy, dude. He does a lot for the hobby, and he does a lot for the community. And he's a Gary Carter super collector. So, like, even though he has 84 and 83 and all the year Gary Carters, everybody pretty much sends him their Carters anyway because he's a great guy, and they just want to help him grow his collection. So if you ever see Carter's kids around, maybe talk to him about, you know, passing it off to him maybe. And I was food for thought, something to think about. Rob's Old Stuff, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you in here, man. Yeah, throw pack, and I know he would really appreciate it. And you don't send somebody something hoping to get something back in return. But I know Steve, and more than likely he would send you something back, or he would ask you, hey, what's your favorite team? And he would put together a bunch of cards to send you just because that's how Steve is. You know, but that's, you know, obviously not the reason that you send something to somebody, and I know you know that. But yeah, Steve's a fantastic guy, man. He wouldn't let you send him something without sending something back. Yeah, that's what I always hear, Alan. Yeah, I know Throwpack. I know. I was just letting you know how it is, you know. As far as his personality, and, you know, he's not one of those people that's just like, you know, me, take. There's a lot of me people in this community. He's definitely not one of them. And there's also a crap ton of people who aren't me people, but it's usually the younger kids that are me people. Oh, send me this, send me that, send me this. It's like, no, dude. I'm not sending you nothing. One, because I feel weird sending a 12-year-old cards. And two, because you're ungrateful. So I don't know. My opinion on the kids in the hobby is different than everybody else's. Like, yeah, I want the kids to be in the hobby, and I know that they have to carry it on. But I'm going to give my daughter and my nephew cards. And that's how I'm going to carry on the hobby. I'm not going to send it to a random 12-year-old. You know, it just seems weird to me. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, my opinion's a little different. I find him annoying, to be honest. Didn't we say Rick Sutcliffe was a keeper, guys? I mean, I find them to be ungrateful, you know, and they're always asking for something, you know, like, I don't know. There's Ken Griffey. We're going to consider Ken Griffey a hit just because he's the father of one of the greats. And he was a good player himself, but not compared to his son, he wasn't. Todd Zeal, random 91, Donruss hanging out in these cards. Mike Lacoste, Frank DePino, Ralph Hauk, Dan Billardello, this is pretty weak stack, guys. Pretty weak stack. Atlee Hamaker. It'd be cool if his name was pronounced Haymaker, but I'm sure it's not. Phil Necro. We decided Phil Necro was not good enough to go in the keeper stack. You're playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game, or any games for that matter, in months. But I don't think I've ever played an Assassin's Creed, to be honest. It's called Carter's Kids, Alan. Carter's Kids. You can't miss it. He's probably the only one known as Carter's Kids. That's a vape, truth be told. That's my nicotine. That's the only drug or chemical or supplement that I put in my body that's not natural. And it's my biggest vice, honestly. Like, I tried to quit it, man, and I just had a bad attitude. I was hostile as F. Like, I'm working on quitting the nicotine, but right now I do Salt Nick. It's actually this. It's called Enjoy, and it's a Salt Nick. You can pick up the base at the gas station for 99 cents, but these pods come in packs of 2, and they cost 10 frickin' bucks. Yeah, Smuggler, I'm still going, brother. Dave Durango, that's not a joke? Did somebody post Carter's Kids link? Is that what that is, like father, like son? If it is, I appreciate that. Heck yeah. Thanks, like father, like son. Alright, I missed some of this chat. If anybody said anything they want me to acknowledge, Necro should be a keeper, but I've already passed like a ton of Necro cards and nobody... I thought that we all were in consensus that he was not worth keeping. We passed a Joe Necro and a Phil Necro on the same card.
I've got nothing to fear. I've done nothing wrong.
Uh-oh. Alright, so I'm not going to go back and get the Necros, but I'll go through them when I'm not on stream and I'll pull out the Necros. I am not comfortable saying Necro on stream. I think my pronunciation of that may come off as a bit hostile. You really have to enunciate that K, and I kind of don't enunciate very well, so I feel like I'm saying, you know, an inappropriate racial slur. Alright, so we're back to another stack. That was a weak stack, guys. That stack was weak sauce. Tony Bernazard. Carl Yastrzemski. We'll keep Yaz. What year is this? 80? Is that 80? Is that 81? I can't see. 82. 82 Yaz. 3,000th game? He played 3,000 games? Now, is this like a insert, or was he actually playing in 82? Hubie Brooks. Dang, look how young that kid looks. He looks happy to be playing the game. It's amazing. Whoops. Mike Morgan. Joe Price. Champ Summers. Bobby Meacham. Scott Sanderson. Tom Tellman. Rick Manning. Terry Poole. Frank LaCourte, Rudy Law, John Mayberry, Checklist, Jeff Little, Terry Felton. Another weak stack, guys. Another weak stack. Mark Wagner, Roy Smalley, Joe Charbonneau, and Rod Carew. Look at that, guys. Rod Carew is actually one of my favorite players. I mean, I don't think there's many people alive that are in the hobby. And I mean, dude, the corners on that are pretty decent, too. The centering, these bottom corners are a little dinged up. But the centering on that's off top to bottom, but not bad side to side, really. But yeah, Rod Carew, man. Let's look at these stats. I'm not going to be able to see them because they're so small, so I can't show. I could try and show them, but I mean, dude, the guy batted over 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The guy batted over 300 15 years straight at the time this card was made, which 84, I thought he was retired in 84, I thought. Dude, 15 times batting 300 is insane. I mean, that's unheard of, dude. Amazing. I love Rod Carew. You know, he wasn't your power guy. He wasn't your home run hitter. But, man, you talk about a fantastic hitter. I mean, they don't get much better than Rod Carew. They really don't. You have a Hubie Brooks auto? That's awesome, like father, like son. You think he's an android, Dave Durango? Super Joe Charbonneau? Super Joe Charbonneau. Nice. Well, I'll have to go back and pull out the checklist too, man. Yeah, that is Tony Gwynn level, dude. The thing about Tony Gwynn, man, that bothers me is the 96 season. The 96 season, man, the strike year, Tony Gwynn was batting like 398 or something ridiculous. He was basically batting 400. He would have had probably one of the highest averages of all time had that strike not happened. It's just insane. You know, I feel bad for Tony. You know, I feel like he could have maybe possibly, you know, set a really, really... Burt B. home blah 11, ha ha ha. I feel like he could have really set, you know, a standard that season, man. He was out of the world that season. Jerry Turner, Sid Monge, Danny Darwin, Ron Davis, Scott McGregor, Bob Welch, Jerry Reese, Alice Valentine, Storm Davis, Ivan DeJesus, 82 checklist. You guys ever seen The Big Lebowski? I'm sure Dave Durango's seen The Big Lebowski. I'm the Jesus. I'm the Jesus. I always thought that was kind of funny. Thanks to Adam Sandler, I know Rod Carew is a Jew. He converted. Really, like father, like son? That's crazy, truth be told. Good to know, too. I'll keep that in mind when I get a... Yeah, I agree, Alan. It should have been a 400 year. I'll keep that in mind when I get a regular vape, truth be told. You said Blyleven's a keeper? I wouldn't consider him a keeper. I thought the best thing about him was the pun on his name. He's not actually in the Hall, is he? Love that movie? Yeah, I think oh, he is in the Hall. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody loves that movie, truth be told. The best ballpark, in my opinion, Lethal, thanks for stopping in, brother, is Jacobs Field, man. Now called Progressive Field. Yeah, Fenway is super iconic. I also believe that Wrigley is super iconic. There's a lot of really, really iconic stadiums in baseball, man. The old Candlestick Park, Oakland A's, that was iconic. Kingpin, dude, Kingpin was a fantastic movie too. Dang, truth be told, that's awesome, man. Rob's old stuff lives in your shed? I don't think I read that right. You have Wi-Fi in your shed, Dave? Good, I'm glad we have some Big Lebowski fans in here. That's awesome. Rob's old stuff, heck yeah. Nothing wrong with smoking doobies at ballparks. I no longer partake, but you guys are more than welcome to. Yeah, Wrigley is iconic, man. Wrigley Field is super iconic. Yeah, Boston was oh my gosh, guys. I know you can see that in the corner. I'm going to move that. Maybe you guys didn't see that. We just opened up to a nice pack in the stack, or whatever you want to call it. All right, we have Dave Parker. Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver's keepable, right? I'm just going to say yes. Let me know if he's not. Willie Randolph. Butch Wagner. George Frazier. Ken Singleton. Rick Dempsey. Len Sakata, Len Barker, Harry Spillman, Mike Caldwell, Tom Underwood, Ray Knight. We've got an AL active career victory leaders. We have Don Sutton, Jim Palmer, and Tommy John, who I'm assuming they named the Tommy John surgery after. That would be crazy if it wasn't named after him. Luis Aponte, Pedro Guerrero, Duplicates on Pedro Guerrero, Frank Viola, Lou Whitaker, Jeff Newman, Glenn Hoffman, John Tudor, Mark Clear, Bill Schroeder, Mike Heath, and Dusty Baker, I know, was best known probably for being a coach, right? The coach of the Cubs. I didn't get to look at the jacket. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll let you guys see it again. Yeah, dude, that is pretty dope. And that smile that he's rocking is dope too, man. He looks like he's just really happy to be part of the game. I love it when players look happy in their cards. It's like, you know, I don't know. We didn't see Palmer or Sutton, did we? Gosh, guys, I'm slacking on this. Let me go back and see if I see a Palmer or a Sutton. I'm gonna flush him out tonight, Hank. I'm not seeing Jim Palmer or Rick Sutton, guys. I'm gonna go back just a little bit further here. Yeah, I found that Phil Necro. We'll put him aside. Yeah, I'm not seeing Sutton or whoever the heck else you said. Don Sutton. Yeah, I didn't see Don Sutton, man. I just looked through him. League Leaders card. Was that the Tommy John one? Was that the Tommy John League Leaders? Let me look again. Okay, the card with Tommy John. All right, I got you. Dusty Baker was a big guy too. Oh my gosh, dude, where's that card? Oh my word, where did it go? And my backups, backups. Okay, I found it, guys. Cool. Cool beans. Alright, we can move forward. Walking out 2 seconds later, I heard a security guard say on his walkie-talkie, "We have a drug use in the bathroom."
Well, when you go, grab a snack, and a chair. But remember, I'm at the big game here. Reading owner.
2002 was the good old days. Man, you guys are on it. No, I didn't, Alan. I was slacking on that. When I seen Tommy John and got off on a tangent and set it in the junk stack. Alright, so this was the one that was on top. We scored another Rod Carew, which to me is just awesome, dude. Anytime I see Rod Carew, I get excited just because he was that damn good. I mean, excuse the language. He was that damn good. He really was. I mean, that's all I can say about it, man. He was phenomenal. This guy's name is Will Fong. That's awesome. Ron Jackson, Steve Lebradich, Preston Hanna, Larry McWilliams, Brian Downing, Sal Butera, Jim Barr, Ivan DeJesus again, I'm DeJesus, Charlie Huff, Wayne Tolson, George Wright, Bobby Johnson, John Matlick, Steve Renko, Dennis Leonard, Steve Renko, Reed Nichols, Tom Vierzier, Dave Goltz, Andy Hassler, Andre Thornton, Luis Salazar, Greg Pryor, Rudy Law, Ken Griffey again. We'll keep Ken Griffey. And then another checklist, 83 checklist. And guys, it's amazing that we've gone through all these cards and have not found a single rookie card. It's freaking amazing. Somebody must have came through this box and picked out all the rookies before we got to it. That's the only thing that I can assume is somebody picked out all the rookies. Bob Stanley, Sammy Stewart, George Foster, Terry Kennedy, Ron Oster, Terry Harper, Rafael Ramirez, Bruce Benadryl, Noah Berenel, Terry Poole, Joe Simpson, Willie Aikens, Dan Kiesenberry, Don Hood, Eric Rasmussen, and Dennis Leonard, and Steve Ranko again. So 2 Steve Rankos in that pile. Good old days is when there were no iPhones, barely internet, get away from anything. Heck yeah, dude. Mike Tyson? No, we didn't find any Mike Tyson. I don't think so. We're already over halfway through this box, and we haven't seen one yet, so I don't think we're going to see one. Yeah, it's got to be picked through, truth be told. Why would there not be any rookies in here? The only way it's possible that there's no rookies is that it's been picked through. That's the only way possible. Mark, not even going to attempt it. Daryl Porter. Bill Caudill. Garth Eorg. Rafael Santana. What year are these? These look cool. 1986 Fleer. So now we're getting up firmly into that junk wax era now. Rafael Santana. Enos Can. I mean, this is all junk wax to an extent, but we're like getting more up towards like, junk wax, junk wax. Those are some pretty gnarly birth control glasses. He will not be getting laid anytime soon. Alright, I'm about to start a new stack. Time to move these stacks. Thad Bosley. See, whenever I see that card, I automatically think Mark McGuire. I don't know if I'm the only one, but when I see that style of card, my mind goes right to Mark McGuire. Atlee Hammaker, Jeff Jones, Luis Sanchez, Al Hrabowski, Bob Nepper, Dick Drago. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Rocky 4. I believe that was Rocky 4 that had Drago in it. Frank Viola, Jesus Vega, Ben something, Daryl Porter, Rich Dower, Rudy Law, Bob McClure, Alex Fernandez, some guy that I do not recognize, Kevin Mitchell, Mike Norris, Jeff Newman, and Brian Kingman. Hell, you watched Rocky 4 last night? Dude, I love the Rocky movies. Same with you, truth be told. Heck yeah, dude. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Charlie Pulio, that's your cousin? No, I didn't see a Joe Carter throw pack cards. Tony Fernandez was an 84 as well. Somebody called out the 86 Fleer. 84 Mattingly Strawberry. I don't know the other ones. Super, I know Mattingly, Strawberry. Shoot, that's about the only one I really know is Mattingly. I wouldn't have said Strawberry unless you gave it to me like you did. Okay, so Joe Carter was 84. And Tony Fernandez was 84. Okay. Made a great barehanded catch with the sun in his eyes. Amazing catch in left field. Who's that, Alan? Yeah, Doc Gooden was 84. You're right. He was also a cocaine abuser. He's also a cocaine head. Him and Strawberry, man. Them boys used to love doing coke. I guess that was just an 80s thing. Is this who we're talking about? No, that's not who we're talking about. Mike Heath. Wayne Gross. Dave Havlero. Maury Wills. Mickey Rivers. Al Oliver. John Grubb. Ken Clay, Dave Roberts, Randy Martz, Joe Sambito, another Ken Griffey, Willie Stargell. Is Willie Stargell good enough to get set aside? Fergie Jenkins, we said we were setting aside. What about Mike Socia? I know he was most known for being a coach as well, I believe. Fernando Venezuela, weren't you guys just talking about him? No, but we decided Fernando Venezuela was a keeper, right? Dude, guys, the best cards in here are these Carews, man. I know it was the tail end of his career, and I know the centering on that is god-awful. But, man, we found another Carew. The Carews are just sick, man. Mike Norris. Kevin Mitchell, what about... Oh, Kevin Mitchell's the one who made the catch. Old Cokehead Strawberry, for sure. Yeah, Dallas, man. Chat up some more now, or feel free to chat when you're in here, buddy. It was great having you in. I feel like you didn't hardly say 2 words, though. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate you. And we'll definitely see you on the next one, or we'll see you in somebody's stream, buddy. Coke killed Daryl Porter. I didn't know that. All right, Ken F. Thanks for stopping by, Ken. You didn't say much either, Ken. Thanks for stopping by, though, man. I appreciate it. No, Strawberry and Doc were not related that I know of. The only thing they were related in is their cocaine habit, as far as I know. All right, so are we not keeping Stargell then? Oh, Stargell is a Hall of Famer. What about Mike Socia? Is he worth keeping, or is he not worth keeping? Oh, he said goodnight, Dallas. I thought he said goodnight, fellas. I misread that. Sorry, Ken. I thought he said goodnight, fellas. Misread his comment. So no on the Socia. I agree. I would say no on the Socia. I mean, if you're best known for being a coach, dude, look how rough this card is, guys. Looks like it's got some kind of stuff on there. Maybe somebody had a little too much fun with that card. But yeah, if you're best known for being a manager, I wouldn't consider you a keeper. If he was any good, I'd know about his playing career, you know, except Mike Hargrove, because he was our manager. So, he's a keeper. Jose Cruz, John Castino, Doug DeCinces, Dave Frost, Chet Lemon again, shout out to Dave Durango, Glenn Abbott, Roger Erickson, John Urea, Paul Householder, that's a sweet name. Who's the head of your household? Householder. Rudy May, Dusty Baker again. Rick Burleson. Garth Eorg again. I mean, these are just like the same Joe Charbonneau. The same bum players just like over and over again, really. For the most part. And then, you know, you got the occasional sprinkled in, hey, he's a Hall of Famer, but that's not his rookie. And, you know, same old, same old. I mean, still cool to really look through this stuff and see it all. But, man, it'd be amazing to see some rookies, man. It'd be amazing to pull a card and be like, dude, that's a $30 card. You know, that's kind of what I was hoping to find. And we just didn't get there, you know, and it sucks. We're about done with this box, and then I think I'm going to wrap it up. Because all I got left is junk. But yeah, man, I was hoping like, oh yeah, that's a $20 card, or that's a $5 card, you know, and it just didn't happen. Sosha and Nando, I think, are second-year cards, not that great. Wait. ... No problem. Sosha is meh. Baby was chewing on it. I guess that's possible. Used it as a teether. John Urethra. Yeah, Dave, it's the thrill of the hunt, man. But when you start dwindling down to that end of that box and you're like, yeah, these have been picked through, not going to see anything, you know, good, you know what I'm saying? It just sucks. 83, 84, 83, and 82 all have big rookies. Yeah, and they're not here. Exactly. Exactly. Super's right, man. Super hit the nail on the head. There's too many big rookies for us not to find a single one. And then with these old football cards, dude, you would think we would have come across somebody who's noteworthy, and we really haven't. Bo Rather, that's a cool name. Yeah, you're right, dude. Now that I actually look at these, Super's totally right. You notice none of these have logos on them. Perfect example, this Cowboys helmet should have a logo on it, I would think, and no logo. So yeah, I guess you're right, Super. I never really paid attention until you brought it up. This card right here is the one that really screams it. That's just a plain black helmet, absolutely no logo. Jack Dolbin, Doug Plank, Wilbur Jackson, Richard Todd, John Jefferson, Rick Upchurch, Randy White, Doug Williams, Wilbert Montgomery, Johnny Lamb Jones, Cliff Branch, Tim Wallich, Pascal Perez, Joe Charbonneau again, Bobby Mercer, Chris Chambliss, Gene Richards, Rennie Martin, Juan Eichelberger, Checklist, Shimasian, Ron Say, another Gary Carter for Carter's Kids, Jerry Manuel, and Bo Diaz. So not too much going on right there. Pascal Perez was murdered by having his face smashed in with a hammer, and it's not a joke. Really, Dave? That sucks. Yeah, Super. I mean, I guess you're right, dude, because it's, I don't know, I guess you're right. They should have the logos. That's why I've never gotten into Donruss too much, because they don't have the logos. Doug Williams is a Super Bowl MVP. Did we see a Doug Williams? Just watched John Wick. My girlfriend keeps telling me to watch John Wick, and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. No internet, so you can't watch John Wick 3. Why no internet? I did my collecting today just to get my mind off. Okay, yeah, because you had that stuff going on, yeah. Yeah, truth be told, man, I hope you and your wife are doing okay, man. I really do, brother. It's always tough when a mother or mother-in-law passes away, you know. Dang, Dave. Yeah, that's what happens, man. Guys, if you do drugs, you're going to end up dead or you're going to end up in prison. That's my public service announcement to you guys. I don't think any of you guys are druggies. But if you do drugs, you have two paths. You have the grave and you have the bars. That's it. You're going behind bars or you're going to the grave. You might get away with it for a year. You might get away with it for 10 years. Eventually, you're going to die or you're going to go to prison. And that's just the facts. And that's my public service announcement for today. You think so, Kenneth? Truth be told, I live in Ohio, brother, so we're not going to get no, Really, Dave? You really that high on it, Dave? Yeah, we're not going to get no storm up here, truth be told. Purple GT22, thanks for stopping in, brother. I've never seen you in here before. Welcome to Fishing with Phil, a.k.a. Joe Campbell, whatever you want to call me. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, smoking weed is a bit different. I would say Willie Nelson is an example that you can smoke weed. Well, no, Willie Nelson went to prison, didn't he? For IRS. He got so stoned he forgot to pay his taxes. He got so stoned and lazy. He's like, I'll pay my taxes tomorrow. Woke up the next day, got stoned and lazy. I'll pay my taxes tomorrow. But no, I would say that weed doesn't. To answer your question, I would say marijuana does not count. But I still have one more chance. Oh, we got another leader's card. Well, it's got Reggie Jackson on it. We'll keep it. It's got Reggie Jackson on it. Len Matusik, Tim Blackwell, Rick Miller, Charlie Moore, Rich Dower, Jerry Reese, Alfredo Griffin, Luis Pujols. Any relation to Albert Pujols, guys? Larry Parrish, Ron Hodges, Dick Tidrow, John Curtis, Dennis Lamp, doubles. Dennis Lamp doubles. No, don't. Dave, you're something else, dude. Yeah, it's pretty rough, guys. It's pretty rough. Hey, Purple, I'm not judging you, brother. I hope you didn't take that as me judging you, man. I mean, whatever you guys want to do is completely on you, man. But no, I would not consider marijuana in that category of, of something that's going to kill you or send you to prison. Definitely not in that category. But yeah, I'm not a smoker, and, I don't smoke. I smoked for 15 years, and it hasn't really gotten me anywhere in life, so I'm kind of, taking a different direction in life. And it's actually funny that you stopped in here, because I believe there was I'm going to put these down for a minute and just talk. I believe there was a YouTube thing going around, and I believe it was a response to one of your videos, and it's how has YouTube changed your life? Well, I didn't make a video, but I'll go ahead and tell you real quick anyway. Before I found YouTube, man, and before I found this community, I was an alcoholic, man. I'd go on binges. I'd stay drunk for weeks. Bad alcoholic. Long story short, I have a kid. I have a daughter. She's going to turn 4 in October. My daughter and my girlfriend don't live with me. I actually live in a camper because I lost my house, because I was a bad alcoholic. I was a bad drug addict. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of. And I got off the hard drugs probably 8 years ago, if not more. I got off them in 2011, so roughly 8 years ago. I got off heroin and stuff in 2011, but I replaced it with alcoholism and smoking pot, like, habitually. Like, to where I'd be going through an ounce, you know, in a week. Or less than a week. You know, I'd spending $250, you know, a week on pot. But basically, long story short, I did a bunch of drugs. I was a bad alcoholic. I was not in control of my life. And then I found YouTube, and I found this community, and these people support me, man. They support my sobriety. So basically, how has YouTube changed my life? I'm sober. I am completely 100% sober, minus nicotine, this little stupid salt nic thing. I even quit smoking. I use this little vapor device now, which might not be healthy for me. I don't know. We'll find out in 10, 15 years. But I mean, I'm sober for the first time in my life because of YouTube. So to make a long story short, you know, that's it. But yeah, it's pretty cool that you had all those people, you know, send in those videos and do that stuff, you know, and that was really awesome. And one of the ones in particular that really touched me, man, was Jimmy Guns. Try not to cry on stream. But Jimmy Guns, man, him talking about how he has developed a better relationship with his daughter, it really hit me like right in the heart. Because I'm not there. I don't live with my daughter. I don't have my daughter in my life. You know, and I'm hoping that one day this YouTube can bring me closer to my daughter. By giving me my sobriety back, I have a chance to get my family back. So watching Jimmy Gunn's video, man, I'm not going to lie, dude. I cried like a bitch when I watched Jimmy Gunn's video and how he was talking about how it brought him closer together with his daughter, man. That shit hit me right in the feels, man. So, long story short, dude, awesome thing that you did there, man. That was awesome how you had those people make those videos. That was amazing, dude. Kudos to you. If you guys aren't subbed to Purple GT22, I don't know why you wouldn't be. But if you're not subbed to him, make sure that you are subbed to him. I'm going to double check right now and make sure that I'm subbed to him. I am subbed to him. You guys, if you're not, get over and sub Purple GT22, man. He's an awesome guy. So, yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Kudos to you, man. Alright. We got Mookie Wilson. It says trying to reconnect. I must have lost you guys. It says my stream is going to crap. I don't know why. Raleigh Eastwick. Mike Jones. Oscar Gamble. Greg Gross, Jim Acker, Al Holland, Len Matusik, John Candelaria, Rick Roden, Jim Dwyer, Rick Roden. We just seen Rick Roden. Lee Tunnel. That's another reason I know it's been picked through too, guys, because all the duplicates, man. There's so many duplicates. Hey, another gear. Hey, guys, that's the card I was talking about. Remember I was telling you guys I got to get one for Steve? I mean, the condition on it's not great. Oh, dude, there's two of them. You could put them together and make a good one. You could copy and paste, cut and paste, and make him a good one. So that's pretty cool. 2 more Gary Carters for Steve. That's awesome. Yeah, Rob, you gotta get rid of that stuff, man. That and honestly, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, dude. I've done pretty much anything you can think of. Dude, cocaine is the shittiest drug in the world. How anybody could ever do that or like that and enjoy that is actually beyond me. I was always a heroin guy. Heroin was always my drug of choice. But I did like uppers too. But man, I don't like the way that cocaine makes you want another one. You do a bump or a line or however you want to look at it. You do one, and then 20 minutes later you want another one. And 20 minutes later you want another one. It's just that feeling like it's instantly addictive. Whereas like heroin took me a long time to get addicted to, man. I don't know, dude. Just a personal opinion. I'm not judging you or nothing. You know, I'd like to see you quit that, you know, and live a healthier, better life. But that's just me because I care about you as a person. You know, not because I'm trying to judge you or be condescending to you or anything like that. But man, I actually never really liked it. I mean, I did, but man, not really. I mean, realistically, you know. You donated your kidney. Man, that's crazy, Rob. Why didn't you feel like a hero, dude? What happened that you didn't feel like a hero? Did you not get any recognition or anything? Yeah, Rob, you can talk to us, buddy. We can help you. We can be your support team, dude. You know, everybody can get help. Everybody can make the changes in life if they really desire to change. I never thought that I would be free from alcohol, man. I never, ever thought in a million years. And I have a video on my channel, which I'm going to delete, of me chugging beers and smoking pot. And that was my relapse. I've been sober. Besides that one night, I've been sober for about 3 or 4 months now. And I would have never, ever, ever thought that was possible. The people in my life, they'll tell you. My mom, my girlfriend, everyone will tell you that they didn't think it was possible. Well, the biggest thing is that since I've quit the alcohol, and since I've quit the marijuana, and I've quit, you know, pretty much everything, and I'm more active, people tell me, they're like, Phil, you're such a more pleasure to be around. You know, people used to hate me. People used to not want me to come around. You know, they didn't know how I would react. I would lose my temper. I would fly off the handle. You know, and since finding sobriety, I feel like I've found myself. I feel like I've gotten back to knowing the person who I am inside. And other people in my life are telling me, you know, that they're happier with the person that I am as well. You know, they enjoy being around me more than they ever have in their lives. You know, and that's really, really positive, you know, motivational stuff for me to hear. I guess what I'm trying to say is if you desire it, man, and you want it, and you actually want that out of this community, and you want that out of yourself, it can happen, brother. There's people here that will support you day in, day out, all night long, all day long. You see us, we're sitting here at 4 a.m, dude, and we're talking about what you have going on, man. There's people out here that will support you, and they'll really, really get behind you, and they'll support you, man. As a matter of fact, you know, I'm going to type in my email here. Feel free to give me an email, and I'll send you my phone number, man. You can call me or text me anytime, day or night, if you ever need to talk. You know, if you feel like if you feel like talking is going to help you not use. You know, people in this community are genuine. They're good, you know, and they're good for you, man. Deafness 45 was really bad on the drugs, and he's given it up, and he's a great support person. Dave Durango was on benzos really, really bad, and benzos, if you withdraw from benzodiazepines, you can actually die. And Dave Durango went cold turkey and quit benzos, man. Everybody here in this community, you know, pretty much every single one of us, we have stories. We have demons, we have scars, we have terrible pasts, but a lot of these people are making changes, and a lot of these people are bettering themselves, and because of that, they know where you're coming from. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to look down on you, but they will support you. And they will support you with everything they have because they do it for me. So I'm going to type in my email here. You know, you're not obligated to send me anything. You're not obligated to do any of this. But if you feel like it, if you want to, shoot me an email and I'll shoot you my phone number back. You don't have to reply. You don't have to say anything. Just send me your email, and I'll send you my phone number. And if you ever feel like you need to text or call me, dude, I'm there for you. But anyway, Rob, we're rooting for you, brother. We wish you the best. I can't speak for everybody, but I know these people, and I wish you the best. You know, and everybody wants to see the best of everybody in this community, you know. So just, you know, I'm not going to keep sitting here talking about it. I'm sure it's making you feel uncomfortable. But, you know, we can talk in private, man. I got your back 120 million%, dude. And that's just Facts, man. We grow together. And that's another thing, guys. And I know all you guys hear me say this all the time. We grow together is not about building subs on your channel. It's not about getting views on your video. It's not about collecting cardboard. We grow together is to me, is personal growth. We grow together personally. We grow together as human beings. We become stronger, better people together. And I'm just going to leave it at that, man. We have Rusty Staub, Tony Perez, Al Oliver, Larry Boa, Cesar Cedeno, and Joe Morgan. So we'll put both of those in the keeper pile. They're dinged up. But there's some Hall of Famers on there. I know they're not worth anything, but you never know. You put all these Hall of Famers together, somebody might offer you a few bucks for them. You never know. Yeah, my email's right there, guys. Any of you guys want to email me, feel free, guys. Anybody.
Sure it does. See, I was mad. Your mother was madder. And we sort of,
Okay, Rob, yeah.
I guess it doesn't make any sense, but I guess it doesn't have to. There are just some things you can't explain.
You're not even trying.
Listen up, Bobby. I tell you what.
Damn, Rob. You know, people like, there's going to be negative people in your life, Rob, man. And you know, what you choose to do in life, Rob, is all up to you, man. Everybody's their own man, and everybody makes their own decisions at the end of the day. But what really helped me out with quitting heroin, you know, and I was banging up 6, 7, 8 times a day. I was shooting heroin like there was no tomorrow. I just, every day, all day, that's the only thing I ever thought about. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not bragging or trying to sound like, oh, Billy Badass or anything. I'm just telling you, I was in the habit. I was bad on the habit. And the thing that helped me most to quit the habit is cutting the people out of my life. Once I cut out the friends who wanted to use, once I cut out the drug dealers, and once I cut out, you said right here with your mother, once I cut off the people in my life, not even just drug friends, but people who were negative, people who weren't helping me with my life, people who didn't care about seeing me succeed. Once I got rid of those people and I cut those people out of my life, I quit. And I replaced the heroin and alcohol, okay? Like, I replaced the heroin for alcohol. It wasn't easy. I was dog sick. I thought I was going to freaking die. But it was something that I had to do at that stage in my life. You know, I had friends passing away, and, you know, it's even worse today, you know? But once I cut the negative people out of my life, is when things started to change for me, you know? And once I got positive people in my life, that's when I became truthfully sober. So, I mean, that's just another little tidbit, you know, that I have for you there. Dave Durango, I really prefer that you don't, brother. Rob, you can do it, man. Like I said, we're all here for you, brother. You can do it. This is the last stack of cards, guys. This is it. The box is empty. No rookie cards to be found in here. We did see some Hall of Famers, and it's always cool to see Hall of Famers, but it's better when you hit Hall of Fame rookies. But yeah, that's the last stack of cards here, guys. You know, the cards at this point aren't important to me, man. What's important to me at this point is Rob's journey, Rob's struggles, and you know, with the help of people, man, and Rob, I know the people in this community can help you, man. They've helped me. You know, if you cut out the negative and you let in the positive, as far as people that you surround yourself with, things that you do, I know for a fact that you can change. And I care about you, man. I want to see the best for you. Bob Molinaro. We got another Trout going with the Phil's Fishing stack. The new PC. The Phil's Fishing PC. I don't remember who had that idea, but man, was it a great idea. Yeah, like father, like son, man. The power of positivity, brother. You hit the nail on the head there. I didn't mean to go off on a big tangent. I apologize, guys. Probably not the father of Mike Bibby, if I had to guess. Steve Nicosia. Mike Easler. Milt Wilcox. When I was in prison, dude, they used to call me Young Bibby. When I was in prison, I always thought that was hilarious because I never really liked Mike Bibby. So when they would call me Young Bibby, it would, I don't know, I kind of got offended. And back then, that was when I was a lot younger. I would fist fight for a lot simpler reasons. But not because of that, but that did kind of tee me off a little bit, not going to lie. Richie Hebner, Randy Jones. Randy Jones. Randy Jones. Randy Jones. No, we didn't hit a fourth. We did not hit a fourth. Bill Fahey, Dave Cash, Dave Cash, Dave Cash. What the? Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh. No, you're not that guy, Rob. I just kind of went off on a tangent, man. I probably took it further than anybody here really wanted to take it, you know. And I apologize for that. Gorman Thomas, Ben Oglivie. Can we get another hit, guys? Can we get another hit in this? What the hell are we even looking at here? 81? 81. Can we get another hit? Moose Haas, dude. Okay, that's got to be a BITG card, right? Moose. Reggie Cleveland. Heck yeah, love Cleveland. I rep my city, baby. Dale Murray. I wish that would have been Dale Murphy. Ron LaFleur, Alan Fowlks, and Dan Petrie. So nothing really too exciting there. This one says special star, but it doesn't have anybody on it, so I don't know about that. All right, guys, we need one hit here in this last stack. Come on, rookie card. Or who are we looking for, Rod? Charlie Pulio. Looking for Charlie Pulio. If we can't find a hit, we at least want to find a Charlie Pulio so we can send it to Rob. Steve Yeager. Shout out to Jägermeister. Pepe Frias. Mickey Hatcher, Roland Office, Ellis Valentine, Ron LaFleur, Jerry White, Tony Bernazard, Mark Bellinger. Look at how faded and crappy. I don't know if their printer was running out of ink. These cards just seem to have such a different hue than the other cards. Like, I didn't change my video settings. Look how like faint that printing is. I feel like their printer was running out of ink when they were printing these. All right, truth be told, you'll hear it when I get it. My phone will let you know when I get it, buddy. Hell yeah, guys. I love to see all that positivity in the chat, guys. I love you all, man. You guys are amazing people, man. I couldn't be more grateful to be a part of this community. Frank Pastore. Or Frank Pasteur, maybe. Dan Dreesen. Harry Spillman. Come on, dude. We're not going to get a hit. Jim Rice. And last but not least, Dusty Baker's washed up, old, non-coaching, non-World Series winning butt. So who's ready for bed? I gotta put these cards back in here. Dude, I don't mind taking the cards out of the box to look at them. But man, I hate when I have to put them back in, dude. I always feel like I'm gonna ding the cards up, which these are already kind of dinged. But man, I hate putting them back in there. I'll even try and pull the thing up here, and I'll try and show you guys how I do it. Maybe we can see it, I don't know. And maybe you guys can tell me if there's a better way. So like, here's the box. I take the cards. Okay, well, maybe I should show you what I'm doing first, since my table's pretty small. I take the cards, I try and get them organized, you know? But I grab a stack, and then when I put them in there, dude, you'll hear it. Like, dude, I hate doing that. Is there a better way so that you don't have to, like, slam the cards in the bottom of the box? Anybody? What's Deafness's favorite team or player? I would say, dude, if I had to guess, I would say, well, obviously his favorite team's the Twins. Obviously, he's from Minnesota. Huge Vikings and Twins fan. Aside from that, dude, I would have to say Mo Vaughn, dude. The guy is always repping Mo Vaughn. I hear him rep Mo Vaughn more than I hear him rep anything. Mo Vaughn, my lawn. Mo Vaughn, my lawn. What do you mean you sleeve all yours, Dave, or Super? You mean they're all protected before you put them back in the box? Like every card is penny sleeved? Yeah, Super Deafness Twins fan for sure. Put them in at an angle and rotate them. Ah, see, Alan's onto something here. Yeah, I know you collect Mo Vaughn too, Dave. I know. All right, I'm gonna try Alan's strategy. I bet it's amazing. I'll put the King of the Hill back up for you guys.
I can't remember. It's either the place where old people go to die or young people go to die.
All right, this is Alan's strategy. Let's check it out. Oh, dude, look at that. Freaking gorgeous. Thank you, Alan. I don't know why I'm so simple-minded I couldn't figure that out, but I appreciate it, buddy. Dude, that's awesome.
Sheet music store.
They do if they want to hide from hillbilly parents. Last place you look, hillbilly.
Uh-oh, now I got these going the wrong way. I mean, I feel like this box is oversized, though, honestly. Could you actually do that with, like, a regular-sized box?
Hey, Peggy, why don't you just sit down at the TV for a minute and clear your head?
You have OCD, Super?
Just a moment.
I used to be like that, man, but now that I don't really have a collection, I haven't had to worry about it. But yeah, Super, that's honestly not a bad idea, Super, like, to be completely honest.
I don't think I can make it. Yes, you can, Bobby. Grab onto my shirt. We did it. We're in the bubble time.
No, Dave Durango, it is the best show of all time. Dave Durango, dude, I've seen every episode of King of the Hill probably 1,000 times. It's pretty much the only thing that plays on my TV, and it plays 24/7. And I, to this day, after years of doing this, I have never, ever once gotten sick of King of the Hill. Dude, I don't see how you could ever, I don't even see how it could be arguably. I just don't even see how you could argue that it's not. I mean, everyone has their own personal taste and opinion, but for me, it's hands down above and beyond, by far, the best show ever made. By far.
I'm starting to get things.
I thought the kids would be here sure as the world. I'll be dead. Hey, Randy, have you seen Bobby and Joseph and that Con Jr.?
Really, Dave? Why? Why do you have a massive collection of vintage fishing gear?
I did the right thing. I told him not to go. I did the right thing.
You heard him, Hank. We have no legal responsibility.
The caves? Oh my God!
Wait, what's the problem? That's good news, right? Now we know where they are. No, John. It's bad news.
The caves.
Dave Durango, don't take this personally, man, but I freaking hate cats.
Whoopi.
I mean, I don't have any cats, but man, I hate cats.
It must have fallen off some woman. Here, Connie, you can use this. Thanks.
I collect Purple GT, I just don't have a collection.
I found you this.
I don't have a job, so I don't have any money, so I don't get cards. The only cards I get, I win in Missouri's trivia, and then I turn around and I give them away, or I sell them to give money back to the community. Actually, recently, the most recent cards that I got from Missouri's trivia, I actually took and I had an auction, and some of the guys from YouTube came by and they helped me out. Because I make a lot of fishing content on my channel, and I had a carp come by and steal my freaking fishing pole, and I didn't have a fishing pole.
Those are their backs. They're
Well, I got a pole, I borrowed a pole, a rod, but the reel on it was broken. So a bunch of the guys actually came by and they bought cards that weren't worth nearly what they paid for them, and they helped me out, and we raised like 60 bucks after I was done with shipping, and I was actually able to go out and buy a new fishing reel. So the last cards I got, I had to sell to fund a new reel. But the time before that, Mike the Indian's card dude fell on hard times, and he didn't have any money. And so I sold my whole collection so that we could give him some money. We raised like 83 bucks for him. It was actually really awesome that I could say that I did that. But yeah, I give stuff away, and I sell stuff, you know, to help other causes. But yeah, I do collect, and I really love the hobby. I just don't have a collection.
Dear Lord, let them find those kids before I am in-laws with men.
I'm just not in the position right now to have a collection. I don't have the money for it. And anymore, dude, like when I was growing up, you know, when I collected, which is what got me into the hobby and what made me love the hobby, cards were cheap. You know, you could get cards, and you can get cards fairly cheap, and they were, you know, easy to get, and they weren't expensive. I keep repeating myself. They weren't expensive. Nowadays, dude, it costs so much to even be in the hobby. It's just not something that I can afford, you know.
I don't remember which way to go.
But yeah, that's a long story short for you
I need to
there.
get my bearings here.
Well, you get your bearings.
Yeah, we're ending it, Dave. We're ending it, Dave, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, man. Take care, brother.
This way.
I sell propane and propane accessories. All right, guys, we're going to wind it down here. My email's in the chat. I'm going to type it in again, just so you guys know how to contact me if anybody needs anything, or if there's anything that I could do for any of you, since you guys do so much for me. You know, if there's anything I can do for any of you guys, let me know. You guys are a huge part of my life. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I would not be at the point in my life that I'm at now without you guys. And is this legal? Am I allowed to do that? Are we allowed to watch King of the Hill? I'm assuming we're not. But yeah, I wouldn't be at the point in my life, you know, that I am now without you guys. So I wanted to give a big thanks to you guys for everything you do for me. Big shout out to this community. You know, it's freaking awesome. I'm lucky to be in it. And with that, I think we're going to end the stream. If anybody said anything that I was supposed to look at, tag me real quick. You guys have my email there, so if anybody needs anything or wanted to say something, you know, feel free to email me. Feel free to reach out to me. That being said, I'll let all you guys get to bed. I got about 2 hours to charge my phone up, and then I'll be out for a live fishing stream. We're going to go fishing this morning. And so about 2 hours I'll be live with the fishing stream.
How did he know I wanted it?
Until then, if anybody has anything or needs anything or wants to talk or anything like that, email's there. You guys appreciate each and every single one of you came out and hung out. It was amazing. I love hanging out with you guys, and we'll see you in the next one, man. Thanks again.